Hey traveler, I bet you're thirsty after all your wasteland adventures. So let me give you something to drink. I have some high-octane gasolina! Oh yes! Welcome to the Nuclear Snail channel. This time I have not a costume or a weapon prop, but another kind of prop. This functional water dispenser in post-apocalyptic style. So in this video I'm gonna show you the details of it, and we'll go into the design thought process behind it, as well as the handicrafty aspects. Let's begin. Well, obviously, as you can see, it's based on a metal 5-liter canister. You can see it here, it's flipped upside down. Here's where it would usually open. It has those two taps on either side. Each one of them can be used independently, so you can fill up to 2 cups at the same time. You could have it at a slow drip, or you can just flood it. And the stand of it is a brake plate, or I believe it to be a brake plate. Either way, it's a massive automotive part. And then there is this piece of steel that I've bent, that is just mounted to it, and here it is mounted to its handle. Since it's been wobbling a bit, and still is, but not to a large degree, to reduce the wobble and to stabilize the whole thing a bit, I've added an additional bracket here, as well as to reduce the amount of wobble it can do up and down. I've installed this rusty thread rod. Now here is the top of it. This aluminum part on top, it actually spins. Check it out. It gives the whole part a little bit of wobble. Whatever good that is. The reason I've installed it on top is because, well, just imagine the whole thing visually without this thing on top. Would be lacking something, right? And another reason for that is that it serves as a weight to keep this lid on top. So I've just cut the canister in half here, as you can see, and then reattached it back together with this thick webbing belt, which is perfect for this. Looks improvised, unlike a proper metal hinge. And also you can see the surface here is kind of curved, so using proper metal hinges would be both less ambient in my opinion, and also a huge pain in the ass. These teeth at the front, they kind of serve to prevent the lid from going away side to side. Obviously this is not watertight, it's just to keep drunk guys and insects and all that from falling into the whole thing. Now here is the most important part of it. Now this canister was described online, in the place I bought it at, as certified for water. That sure as hell ain't drinking water. So this is what it looks like after me just putting some water into it. So it was clear to me that I need to actually just use this as a decorative shell, while the actual drinking water goes into this, which is a flexible foldable canister which I've cut up. And these taps right here, they're just regular drain taps, or in German it's called Auslaufhahn, which translates to drain tap. You install them just, by drilling a hole with a hole saw, and then using this big nut. And on the other side there is a counterplate with some rubber. So this part was really difficult. First I tried it with a large 5-liter PET bottle, but it wasn't just flexible enough, it tore, and it was just a huge pain in the butt. But yeah, now it's completely clean while looking like straight out of the wasteland. Now this thing down here, that used to be a piece of a model railroad, and it doesn't actually support any weight or do anything. As you see, there are just zip ties here and here, as well as some copper wire holding it to this large bent steel plate, which does all of the job. Like, this is the main carrying part. Could have left it without the front rod, by the way, but as I've said, it was just wobbling around too much. Now you will see that there is some minor dripping going on where the tab goes into the tab holder. Come on, camera, there it is. You can see a drop building right now. The reason for that is twofold. One, I actually thought it's pretty cool once I saw it, because it's not going to drain the canister. But when you're sitting at a table with a rusty wasteland prop like this, like, you would not expect it to be completely perfect, right? And the second reason is that I will be sending out this to my client who has ordered this, and as you can see from the sides, those tabs, they would take a lot of damage during transport. So I will be just unscrewing those tabs. You can screw them out quite easily. And if my client feels like it, if he doesn't like the drip, he can just, use some compound that will permanently lock it in place, watertight, which I would not recommend actually. As I said, it doesn't really drain it, and it kind of adds to the ambience. Now this down here is fastened with 2 bolts. I will be also removing those so that he can reassemble it once he receives it, because again, transport reasons. So yeah, this is probably one of the hardest projects I've ever done, even if it doesn't look like that. But installing this inside bag really gave me trouble. Like, literally this whole day I've been looking for solutions to this. I mean, now I could possibly make it a lot faster, but with any sort of prototyping or one-off designs, that is what you're going to be dealing with. You will get some unique problems, and then you will have to find unique solutions quickly. The original sticker, the flammable sticker, as well as some red tape and stencils I've added. Yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna have myself a drink of water after a hard day of work. And you guys and girls, if you're watching my channel regularly, then please support me on Patreon. That's the first link in the video description. Join the Nuclear Snail community group on Facebook. It's also linked in the video description, first or second link, something like that. And I will see you in the next episode. Until then, hail the snail.